In the age of social media and digital platforms, the spread of fake stories that reinforce existing false narratives is not uncommon. However, what stands out is the rapid creation of successive fabricated stories disseminated through both social media and more formal media platforms that already enjoy a degree of trust among the general public. A notable example of this phenomenon is the disinformation campaign led by Naysan Lwin, a prominent Bangagya activist. He spread a fabricated story through his social media accounts on platforms like Facebook and X, and subsequently sought to amplify it through various media outlets. As global attention and resources shift toward urgent humanitarian crises, such as the Russian invasion of Ukraine and the Israeli-Palestinian conflict, the ongoing refugee crisis along the Bangladesh-Arakan border has faded from focus, further overshadowed by Myanmar's current national turmoil. Consequently, many Bangagya activists, including Naysan Lwin, feel compelled to invent more vivid and horrific humanitarian disasters to draw attention to their cause, possibly in anticipation of the upcoming Rohingya conference in New York in September 2025. Among these activists, Naysan Lwin stands out as particularly active and dedicated. His fabricated narrative falsely alleges that the Arakan army killed 600 Bangagya villagers in Hatan Shao Khan. Theory of fake stories and disinformation observers have often overlooked a recurring pattern in the spread of disinformation and fake stories surrounding the Rohingya crisis. This pattern typically involves 4 key steps: intentional creation of false or misleading information, deliberately crafting inaccurate narratives to mislead audiences, strategic objectives, advancing specific agendas such as shaping public narratives or sowing division, amplification, through channels, disseminating falsehoods via social media and formal digital platforms to reach a wider audience, exploitation of cognitive and social biases, leveraging psychological tendencies such as confirmation bias and emotional resonance to make the disinformation more persuasive. How Naysan Lwin fabricated the Hatan Shao Khan massacre. Story on August 3, 2025. Naysan Lwin first shared a fabricated story on his Facebook and X accounts, alleging that the Arakan Army, AA, carried out a massacre of at least 600 civilians in Hatan Shao Khan, Buthodong on May 2, 2025. On the same day, he shared the story on another platform, the Assistance Association for Myanmar-based independent journalists, AAMIJ, mentioning the same story but with a different figure, claiming over 600 victims and stating that the entire village was killed. On the same day, another group, the Rohingya Student Network, RSN, and Rohingya Kobor, released the same story. The next day, on August 4th, his newly founded organization, the Arakan Rohingya National Council, ARNC, released a statement in which it mentioned that eyewitness testimonies and newly surfaced photos supported their accusations. Starting from this, other media platforms copied and pasted the same story from the statement, including the following media platforms. It is astonishing that the entire story was fabricated by one influential individual through his social media accounts and connected platforms. Within a week, it transformed into internationally shocking news, distortedly presented by global media outlets such as Al Jazeera English. Decoding Naysan Lwin's narrative. According to the NSL and his ARNC's account, the ARNC strongly condemns the massacre of over 600 Rohingya civilians perpetrated by the Arakan Army, AA, on May 2, 2025 in Hatan Shao Khan village, also known as Hoynya Siri, in Buthodong Township, Arakan State, Myanmar. Eyewitness testimonies and newly surfaced photographs provide horrifying evidence of the mass killing of entire families, including children, pregnant women, the elderly, and persons with disabilities. The ARNC's statement on May 2, 2025, and all related news and interviews regarding this incident provided no further details beyond this. According to Naysan Lwin and his followers, the key evidence supporting their narrative consists of eyewitness testimonies and photographs. Let us examine which photographs they are relying on. According to the GAN's observations, 4 photographs were used when Naysan Lwin began his accusations on May 2, 2025. These 4 photographs were all taken on the same date, March 28, 2025, at 6:29 p.m., 11 months after the alleged incident. Therefore, it is highly unreliable to consider these photographs as tangible evidence for the claim of a killing of over 600 people. Firstly, the photographs themselves do not indicate who committed the alleged crimes. Secondly, the number of bones visible does not correspond to 600 people. More importantly, the presence of hamlets and boots in the photographs, mentioned in yellow color, suggests that these individuals were combatants, not civilians. As a second step, the NSL and ARNC's statement proudly claims the existence of eyewitnesses to the incident. However, who are these eyewitnesses? To date, Al Jazeera has released 2 video clips addressing the issue, but none of the speakers in these videos explicitly claim to be eyewitnesses to this specific incident. The first video, released on August 10, 2025, is 9 minutes and 14 seconds long and features 2 self-proclaimed victims, 18-year-old Noor Salima from Buthidaung and Ansar Ullah from Buthidaung, who stated they witnessed killings by the Arakan Army, AA, and lost family members. However, the presenter incorrectly specified as if they were from Hatan Shawk Khan village. Additionally, this documentary included unrelated sensational videos to bolster their narrative. A second video, produced by Al Jazeera on August 12, 2025, one day after the 10th ULA press briefing, aimed to counter the ULA spokesperson's speech. In this video, Al Jazeera interviewed 2 more self-proclaimed victims, Shamsul Alam and Noor Kolama. The former presented photographs of unrelated incidents not connected to Hatan Shawk Khan, while the latter claimed to have witnessed an incident with her own eyes, but did not specify it was the Hatan Shawk Khan event. Thus, Al Jazeera's portrayal of eyewitnesses to the Hatan Shawk Khan incident lacks clear evidence, as the accounts merely describe seeing people being killed and houses being burned, with no further specifics. Fortunately, as the Arakan authorities have full control over Hatan Shawk Khan village, they can verify the truth by consulting with local Muslim village leaders to confirm whether these individuals are indeed from that village. The most effective way to counter fake stories and disinformation is to rely on verified facts and logical arguments. Sometimes a simple fact about an incident can become convoluted due to dishonest intentions, a tactic many Bangagya activists have employed professionally for years. Now is the time to dismantle their manipulation and reveal the true nature of the reality that observers are often misled about with sensational photos and videos. For context, Buthidaung is the hub of the Myanmar junta's Military Operation Command, MOC 15, overseeing at least 10 battalions. During intense armed clashes, local Bangagya Islamic extremist groups such as ARSA, RSO, ARA, and other individuals collaborated with Myanmar junta forces to counter the Arakan Army's AA offensives. Observers can refer to one of the AA's press releases from May 4, 2024, to understand the context at the time. Key sections of the statement noted that, as of May 3rd, one day before the Hatan Shawk Khan incident, the AA had successfully captured MOC 15 and LIB 551, along with several other targets. More importantly, a critical paragraph in the statement declared, "Fighting continues to intensify as the LIB 551 and 15th Military Operation Commands pursue and engage enemies fleeing from their headquarters." Similarly, enemies who abandon their camps and are escaping have mounted defensive resistance in Hatan Shawk Khan village within Buthidaung township. However, our forces were able to suppress and attack them, resulting in significant casualties and deaths on the enemy side. As stated in the Arakan Army's AA press release, detainees from the junta captured during this battle could provide tangible first-hand evidence to shed light on the truth. According to the United League of Arakan ULA authorities, there are currently 719 villagers in Hatan Shawk Khan out of the original 993 residents. This means only 274 people are unaccounted for, not 600 as claimed by NSL and other sources. Nevertheless, the claim of a massacre of 600 villagers or entire village is hugely false and unfounded. This narrative is merely an attempt to attract attention through sensational stories, distorted photographs, and videos within an echo chamber of sympathetic media platforms. Such deceptive actions undermine social cohesion and stability in the region, sowing division and mistrust, which are clear barriers to finding sustainable solutions to the problem.